How about the mark of the beast? How many times have you been told it's a microchip, it's a social security number, it's a this, it's a that, whatever? Well, let's dive in and let's see really what the Revelator is telling us about this famous 666 mark of the beast. In the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 16 through 18, it also forced all the people to receive a mark on their right hands and in their foreheads. I think this may be the most feared symbol in the book of Revelation, maybe in the entire world, this mark of the beast. What is it? Few images in the Bible create more fear than this mark of the beast. People have speculated about everything. Barcodes, microchips we mentioned earlier. I don't know what, before we had microchips, what they used to think of, tattoos, maybe, I don't know. But the original readers of Revelation would have understood something very differently. The mark was not primarily about technology. You remember when they was telling us it was in the CV shot? No, it's about loyalty, okay? This is how the early readers would have understood this, loyalty. Because Revelation was written when Christians lived under the iron boot of the Roman Empire here, almost like we do today, and other nations around the world live under the iron boot of America. And Rome demanded loyalty to Caesar. Citizens were expected to say, Caesar is Lord. I want you to understand, when Paul said Jesus was Lord, he was signing his death sentences, not just some beautiful scriptures. This was antagonism to Caesar. And many people, they participated in emperor worship. And for Christians, my God, this created a crisis because the people confessed something very different here. They didn't go and pinch incense to Caesar. They claimed Jesus was Lord. That was saying Caesar is not really Lord. There's another one. What have we done today? We have said, hey, God has anointed this one to be president. No. See, the mark represents allegiance. Revelation describes people receiving a mark on their foreheads and on their hands. And in the Bible, these two places symbolize what you believe and what you do. Okay? Your mind and your actions. Paul is telling us, set your mind on things above. Let this mind be in you. And the mark represents people who align themselves with the values of empire. This is our guy, and we're going to have a Secretary of War, and we're going to blow him up. We're going to make everybody bow. People who accept its power, its idolatry, its system. That whole system here is this number 666. It's the number of empire and whoever is running the empire at the time. Revelation says the number of the beast, 666, it's the number of a man because there's always a man running the empire. In the ancient world, numbers were often used and coded as name. Many scholars believe 666 refers to the Roman Emperor Nero, whose name fits that number in Hebrew. And I'm not going to deny that. For the early Christians, Nero symbolized the cruelty and the violence of empire. Same thing today. So the beast represents here systems of power that oppose God. So if we just say it was Nero, then it's over. But my gosh, the systems of empire in Babylon still go on. So the mark of the beast is ultimately about allegiance. Where's your mind? Who are you working for? Do we give our loyalty to systems built on dominations, exploitation, slavery, division, or do we follow the Lamb? In Revelation, there's two marks. One is the mark of the beast. Remember? On the forehead and in the hand. There's another mark, and it's called the seal of God on his people. Everyone bears one or the other. So in this book of Revelation, it's mainly not about fear. Again, it's going to go back to faithfulness. The just shall live by what? Faith. It's about faithfulness, trust, loyalty. The beast, 666, represents the power of empire, and the lamb represents the kingdom of God. And the question every believer, the question Revelation asks every believer is simple. Who, my friends, do you belong to? Where is your loyalty? Where's your heart?